Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome to this session of my presentation. I would like to show you the presentation of one chapter in my book, Doing Discourse Analysis. This is about the concepts and approaches in doing discourse analysis. Okay, let me do the share screen. Okay, and then slideshow. Right. Okay. So this is about the concepts and approaches in doing discourse analysis. Here, there are some important concepts that we need to understand in relation to discourse analysis. The first one is about the formal or structural and functional paradigm, and the second one is about the contextual and formal paradigm. Okay, what is formal and functional paradigm? According to Scripin, 1994, the formal paradigm here is that a discourse is a particular unit of language, so that is above the sentence. Whereas for the functionalist paradigm, a discourse is a particular focus on language use. So here we can see that the first paradigm looks at a discourse as seen on the sentence or in the form itself, whereas the latter or the functionalist paradigm sees a discourse in terms of functions. Okay, here Himes, one of the experts in linguistic anthropology, cited in Scripin 1994, there are some differences between structural and functional paradigms. One of them is that in terms of structural paradigm, the structure of language is seen in terms of the grammar, whereas for the functional, the structure of speech is seen as ways of speaking. And there is also the difference in terms of functions. For example, in structural paradigm, that's about referential function, and the functional paradigm is about the social functions. Okay, Leach, cited in Scripin 1994, also shows some differences between formalism and functionalism. And here, formalism, in terms of formalism, language is a mental phenomenon, whereas for the functionalism, language is a social phenomenon. Okay, and in terms of language, language is studied as an autonomous system in terms of formalism, while for the functionalism, language is studied in relation to its social function. Okay, there are also other terms that's about contextual facts and formal facts. Okay, Cook introduced two ways of looking at a discourse. The first one is by looking at contextual facts, and the second one is by looking at formal facts. Contextual facts here refer to facts outside of the language, whereas for the formal facts, formal facts is understood as features of the language as seen on the paper or as heard in the ear. Okay, that's the difference between contextual facts and formal facts. Right. Okay. Let's check. Okay, Widdowson said that communication takes place in speech and writing. What is said at a particular point naturally makes reference to what has been said before. So here, based on this explanation, we can see that what is needed in a discourse is not merely about what is seen in the language itself, but also what the meanings implied in the language. Okay, so we need to see not only in the sentence or in the text itself, but also what is going on implied in the sentence. That's in the discourse. Okay, let's talk about some important approaches to discourse. Here, there are 5 important approaches to discourse. The first one is about speech act theories. Based on the review of related literature, the most prominent scholar in the theory of speech act is John Austin and John Serra. They produce theories of speech acts. And here we can use these theories of speech act, whether either by John Austin or by John Searle, in order to analyze facts, analyze spoken language, analyze communication, interaction in terms of discourse analysis. Okay. The basic belief from this theory is that language is used to perform action. Therefore, what is explored through the use of speech acts will be focused on the relationship between actions and meaning. That's one approach to discuss speech act theories. The next one is about interactional sociolinguistics. So here in this case, we can see that many aspects in terms of the study of language in society or sociolinguistics can be used as the focus or the approach to discourse analysis. Because the field of sociolinguistics provides the greatest number of issues in doing discourse analysis. And of course, there are potential data for discourse, such as code switching, code mixing, code crossing, issues about politeness in relation to culture, and so on. And it can become potential issues for discourse analysis. Right. And according to Scripin, interactional sociolinguistics is an approach to discourse which is based on anthropology, sociology, and linguistic, and shares the concerns of these three fields within the culture, language, and society. Next is about ethnography of communication. Yeah, ethnography of communication is usually conducted in the field of linguistic anthropology in order to see the relationship between language and culture in a particular society. Ethnography may be applied in studying language use in communication. That it is known as ethnography of communication. Crystal, for example, say that ethnography of communication is the study of language in relation to the social and cultural variables that influence human interaction. And therefore, whenever we study about language and culture in one particular society, we can make it as one important approach to discourse. For example, we study about dialect in one particular community, and then we try to relate about the use of dialect in that community and explore some important aspect, some important factors that influence the use of those dialects. That can be done by using ethnography of communication, and it can become one important approach to discourse analysis. Next is about pragmatics. Pragmatics, according to Crystal, pragmatics is the study about the factors governing our choice of language in social interaction and the effects of the choice to others, on others. All right, hold on. Okay, yeah, I continue. So there are some other factors that can influence the speaker's selections of sounds, grammatical construction, and vocabulary from the resources of language. Here, pragmatics is also another broad approach to discourse. So whenever you talk, whenever you speak in a certain community, all of the aspects of your conversation can be analyzed by using discourse analysis. So pragmatics can be used as one important approach to discourse analysis. Here, pragmatics with its concern on three main points, namely meaning, context, and communication, will provide a broader area to explore people's communication. Next is about conversation analysis. Okay, conversation analysis, as I explained in the previous video in this class, in this discourse analysis, is one aspect, one term that related to discourse. And then based on the definition, conversation analysis will mostly focus on the study of talk in interaction. Here, according to Crystal, conversation analysis is a method of studying the structure of conversations using the technique of ethnomethodology, the detailed study of the techniques used during linguistic interaction. And of course, conversation analysis can become very, very important approach in doing discourse analysis. For example, the study of talk in interaction. According to HAVE 2000, conversation analysis is the study of the orders of talk in interaction, whatever its character and setting. So, for example, in one certain situation, one communicative situation, we can focus on turn taking, for example, and that can become the very good example, the very good example, a very good topic in doing discourse analysis. All right. Next is about variation analysis. Variation analysis exactly is about the variation of language use. Usually we have known exactly that when we communicate, we will use many kinds of functions of language, and also in one certain community there are many kinds of variations of language use. Say for example, the use of slang. Yeah, slang, for example, used by the teenagers, or maybe there is a certain community and then they have their own way of using the language. Yes, something like register, code switching, or code mixing. Yeah, this is a really good approach to discourse analysis. Okay, yes, that's I have been in the end of my presentation. So if I can conclude, yeah, if I can conclude for my presentation here about concepts and approaches, yeah, I'll say that for the concepts, there are two main concepts in doing discourse analysis that we need to understand. That is about the formal and formalism or structuralism, and also functionalism, in which for the formal or structural, looking at discourse is only seen in the structure of that language or the form of the language, while for the functionalism, yeah, the discourse should be seen in terms of the functions of the language. And in terms of approaches, I have explained just now that there are 5 important approaches in doing discourse analysis. The first one is about using theory of speech act, using ethnography of communication. We can also use variation analysis. We can also use pragmatics. We can also use conversation analysis. Yes. Okay. Right. That's all for my presentation at the moment. So I think there will be other more videos about this discourse analysis, since this is still about the concepts and approaches. Yeah. So there will be more videos about other aspects of discourse. In here, I will also talk about areas, issues, and disciplines in doing discourse analysis. And that is really important to know the disciplines that underlie the work of doing discourse analysis. Also the areas and also the issues in which we can choose the area or the issue that we can study in terms of doing discourse analysis. Okay, thank you very much. I do apologize if I got some mistakes in my presentation. Hopefully it can bring benefits to all of us. Thank you very much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.